Hi everybody, Haydon Spenceley here from Emmanuel Church in Weston Favell, Northampton, England. It's great to be with you again, just sharing for a few minutes about the Passion. That's what Kevin told me to talk about as he sent me one of his wonderful Marco Polo messages that many of us have been privileged to receive. So here we go. I was trying to think of what aspect of the Passion most appealed to me to speak to you about today. And what I came up with as a question is, have you ever been so sure that a person or an ideology, perhaps whisper it, a political party that you've put your trust in, was going to deliver to such a great extent the thing that you had been hoping for so long, and then experienced what many of us have experienced, which is that really nothing ever quite delivers what it had initially promised to deliver for us individually, for our families, for our communities, for our nation. There is not a single thing that I have ever put my trust in apart from Jesus Christ, who has truly delivered. And even then, think of Jesus' friends. They were waiting for a liberator from Roman occupation. They were waiting for someone who was going to ride in and militarily, with a show of might and power and strength, bin off the Roman occupiers, turn the thing upside down just as Jesus had turned over the tables in the temple, show that God was strong, show that God in his justice and his wrath was going to turn it all around and make it how it should be. That's not what happened. Jesus came to be the Prince of Peace. Jesus came to reconcile, bring back together people and God where the relationship had previously been fractured, if not impossible, due to our inability to ever do properly what we're asked to do. That remains the same today, does it not? Anyone who ever asks us to do something just so, we can never quite manage it, can we? Jesus came to show that there's a better way, that you don't need military power. You don't need to feel defensive. You don't need to feel like you need to protect yourself against the advances of any armies, physical or spiritual, because with the love and the power, the mercy, the peace, the hope, and the justice of God, most of all, the right and good fear of God as the one who is trustworthy and true and will bring all things he has begun in us to completion, who will work for good in all things for those who trust in him. If we have those things, that trust, that knowledge, that understanding, that wisdom that comes only from God, honestly, it doesn't matter whether the people, sports teams, political parties, ideologies that we have nailed our colours to the mast of previously let us down, and they surely will. They surely will. I promise you, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, a third party person or anything else, it's never going to give you what you want. Jesus doesn't just give you what you want, he gives you what you need. His friends, many of whom deserted him just as Peter did on the way to the cross, eventually found their way back to him through the resurrection and the glorious resurrection appearances that we celebrate between Easter and Pentecost, because the Passion of the Christ reveals that God, in his mercy and goodness and kindness to us, is the only one, is trustworthy and true, is the only one who delivers on the promises that he made long ago to his people, is the only one who truly loves, truly forgives, truly offers a fresh new start. He is the only one. This Holy Week, this Easter, resolve, as Paul did, to know nothing but Christ and Christ alone. Resolve to consider all else as scubalos. Look it up. It means something funny, apart from knowing Christ and the power of his resurrection. Desire that you know in your heart the power of the Lord Jesus and his resurrection, and ask God to give you opportunities to live and work and move in that power, not just for your good, but for the good of, well, just everybody around you. Because if where you are is anything like where I am at this present moment, all the stuff that we try to make it better works only to a certain extent, and what we need most of all is examples and experiences of the power of the living, resurrected, death-defying and defeating God in our lives, in our communities, and in our world. Nothing else will do. That's what I want for my community. That's what I want for you and your day and your week and your month and your year. Let's trust God and ask him to bring it about. Have a good day. Happy Easter. See you soon.